Well, I found the issue. So I uploaded the 10 gigabytes for the video player, and having the names of the different conversions, or whatever you want to call it, in regards to different audios. And the thing is, the player apparently doesn't support AC3, so every AC3 file is unplayable. But the ones that is made into MP3 or AAC is doing fine, as you can. As you can hear, the sound works. And actually the sound quality doesn't seem to actually have been, now I'm running 160 kilobit on all of them, but AC3 is just not working. So even if the player says it supports MP4, it doesn't support AC3. But that's the thing, you have all these different formats and you just get tired of it. All this bullshit here and there, right? And conversion of things, and so many file formats. But anyway, AAC and MP3 works. The question, of course, is which one of those are best, and I think it's actually AAC is set to be better, I think, in regards of, and it seems like it's AAC that is used in other files as well. I'm still, still learning and all that, but so the question is, which one of the formats should I use? In regards of if it was songs and all that, MP3 files would be the best, because then you could, what is it called? You could fix demux, I think it's called, demux the files, and when you demux, you take the sound from the file, and of course, if there was any music, MP3 files would be the best, because that's the most supported. Apparently, I don't know why they don't use OGG, maybe, but that's a free at least. But we have so many standards, right? So this is MP3 file. Again, the sound doesn't really sound bad at all, even if it has, done it again, fixed it again. I don't know how much quality you actually loses by doing this, but of course you do lose something every time. But anyway, not sure how much. Because I guess the technology is still to take off all the sounds that you can't hear. So if you're just refixing it, it shouldn't really take much of the sounds that you can hear, right? In theory, I would guess. But, over time, you lose quality, I guess. But still, it's just, it's not bad. And it will do until I get some better versions, I guess. So the question is, am I going to do AAC or MP3? Apparently the AC3 is the problem in regards to playing sound. Well, so far so good. Another obstacle, figured out, I guess. So every time I convert a video, I just need to take, reconvert the sound as well, apparently. Very annoying, but I guess that's just... I guess it's a little bad that that the player doesn't support that. I don't know why, but that works and that works and that doesn't work, and it's just so far so good, I guess. Yeah, but the player does seem to work pretty good. So that's whatever. I just need to get around all these obstacles. It's just less easy than So I have that, and I I wonder how the WordPress player actually act if some of the issues that I have in the other versions might actually be fixed in. I do wonder in regards to the old version of the video player as well if that actually worked. I could of course, let's see here, old and dot Jesus is God Almighty. Oh, that was wrong. Let's try again. Old dot Jesus. What? Why did it do that? Give me a break. Could you please just copy that? And then it would be vp.html. That's the old version. Did I write something wrong? Oh yeah, that's missing L. Thought I wrote that. Anyway, that's the old. That's the old version. Let's see if it works actually, or if it breaks. Now that actually works. Isn't it interesting that the update doesn't work, yet the old version does seem to work? It's just terrible. Another thing in regards to the video player that the update doesn't have is to remove the background thing, which you could remove in the old version. Yeah, it's just, it's kind of tedious with these stupidities, So, yeah. So you have something fixed in the new updates, and then of course something else breaks or a feature is taken off, and it's just it's kind of tedious. That's you shouldn't really run into these problems. But that seems to actually work. It's just the new version doesn't work. Interesting. There we go, and this works as well, so that's okay. So I wonder in regards of the Facebook application, if that might work in regards of I guess I'll have to try it out and install it. Now I'm waiting for him to say if I have the newest version or not, because I'm not going to toy around with it if I don't have the newest version. It is kind of tedious to do it like this, I must say. Because you're, what shall we say, when you don't have access to the newest files, like in the instant, and needing to ask him every single time and all that, it's kind of annoying. It's idiotic, because I paid for everything, and yet I need to, send and mail every single time, and wait for him to respond. So I'm not going to use something that might be old, because the package is like nearly a year old, It's just incredible, he should have updated that at least, one time a month or something like that. It's just, it's tedious. It's very tedious, and it's really... So that's one of the things that, I really understand why people, go the easy route sometimes and just download things, because this is really tedious. And when you pay for something, right, and then they just do something with the application, put spyware in the application, or make something that, makes it break, or, it's just tedious. And you don't have the possibility of going back, or if you don't have, it's just, you have to have a backup. It's just incredible tedious, and you just get tired of it. But anyway, so I'm waiting for him to respond in regards to if I have the newest edition of the WordPress. And I'm not sure if you can actually update it by WordPress if you install it. because it seems like one writing he talked about that he had closed the feature down because there were people pirating his player, and thereby he had closed the option to update it. Well, that does just make an obstacle more for the people that have paid for it, you know. So it's just again another tedious thing, you know. It's like, you know, give me a break, you know. So the people paying for something are getting, you know, obstructed by these it's just, oh well, so yeah, it's just you know, there's so many things, you know, to do, and we shouldn't make it harder for us. We should, technology could be so helpful, and yet so many, you know, are purposely making it harder. And why? Well, because they want to have control. Anyway, it's just tedious. You know, all the battle in regards to when MP3 files came out and all that, because they didn't want to go on a medium that was easily, you know, they were so long on actually beginning to sell music on the internet. It's incredible. And then they complained about people, you know, transferring files back and forward. But they didn't want to get into the, you know, in regards of, so people could, you know, no. We want to have the CDs and, oh, give me a break. So, the Reformation had been welcomed by Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Holland, and the Netherlands.
Sweden, Denmark, Holland, and the Netherlands.
In any case, so far so good. Another issue fixed, or found out at least. So I'll just remember that, you know, in the future. Again, you know, apparently a problem with the video player, not the old version. I don't know. Maybe it's a setting or something like that, because sometimes, you know, in the old version, you know, one single setting, changing one single setting can break other things, you know, that shouldn't have anything to do with it. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's just, oh my. So, I guess I'm just complaining again. But it's interesting, you know, how the old version apparently did work and didn't break. So, but he's talking about, you know, updating, and but again, you know, every single update, you know, you have another issue for, you know, usually. And of course, in regards of updating, I'll have to go through all the things again, you know. It's not making it easier, you know, that's for sure. Now, of course, I probably have to go through a lot of things in regards of WordPress as well. And if it's not possible to update it, that you actually need to more tedious work, you know, and I guess just a bigger chance that you might do something wrong and mess up something. I don't know, but I don't know, you know, I you know, maybe he has changed that now. I don't know, but lots of tedious things for sure. Anyway, it you know, it has a lot of features for sure. It's nice, you know, you have great possibilities. So, you know, but some of the things are just, you know, you know. Anyway, so yeah, I'll have a little. Oh well. Anyway, that's all. One thing down, and many more to go. And I guess I have to look into WordPress as well. And see how that goes. Fix some files here and there, and get things up. And well, I did sort all the Keith Green's songs as well, you know, yesterday, so that was nice. Pretty much sorted them out. And I should at some point hear them all and find out which one of the are the best and so forward. But yeah, so I got that fixed pretty much. I haven't fixed the list in regards of rainbow colors and all that, because that will will take some time, and of course that depends in regards of where I would want it and all that. So that's might be a problem. So anyway, so yep. Well, moving forward, I guess. Moving forward. So that was the problem. That was the problem. But of course, again, every time you do it, you might, you probably lose some quality, even if you take a high quality MP3 file or ACC. Now I don't know which one is actually better quality. Of course, I could check in regards of the program I have and see if there's any difference from what is it? It's probably still on MP4, yeah. And I have this application called Spec somewhere, and I think it can actually take. So let's take a standard version. Don't I have the? Apparently, I don't have the original. No, I have the original files here. Okay, so anyway, I'll look into that and see the differences and see White Wycliffe AVI. Let's see here. It's running and it looks pretty good. Actually, the quality seems to be, in regards of it has nearly up to 20 kilohertz. I guess it's a little above 19 kilohertz that it has of information. So that's actually pretty good. Actually, it's 192 kilobyte per second. So that seems to be pretty good. I do wonder in regards to how was it AC3 and ACC, which one of them was newest and all that. Can't remember. See if we can open a spec more. And let's take the ACC 160. So I'm already actually going lower quality. Yeah, well, I only have for 16 kilohertz here of information. In regards to the ACC, let's take the MP3 and see. The MP3 goes even lower in regards of information. So absolutely losing some information from the file, from nearly 20 kilohertz down to nearly 15 kilohertz. Now, I don't know in regards to the ear and all that. It's probably not much of noticeable difference and all that, and it's still high quality, but it actually goes from 192 to 160 already. So maybe if I actually bump it up, maybe it will actually be better quality as well. I should try to do that and see if I can reach something closer to the original in regards of information. Not that it really, if I can get the original DVD or something like that, I can just make a copy directly and, without any loss. But, I want to have it the best that I can do as of now, at least. Anyway, I want to make a playlist like the Protestant history, Wycliffe, John Huss, and then Martin Luther and Tyndale and whatever else that, at least that's the good beginning of a good Protestant, getting people into what is actually going on and who is keeping, who is standing for the truth and who is not standing for the truth. So that would be a very, very good beginning for introduction for people getting into and figuring out the truth and all that, to put them in the right direction. That's the idea. So there's probably more information out there but that would be a good introduction to get people on the right track and begin to study in regards to the truth. So that was the idea anyway. So let's hope I can. It's taking me a lot longer because of all these issues here and there, So at least now I know in regards to the sound. So I'll need to check that now. I'll try to do some videos with different quality of the MP3 files and the ACC, and make a quick read up in regards of ACC and MP3, because I think ACC is the newer one that is said to be a little better than MP3, but who knows, you know. But the problem, of course, is if it's music or something like that, and you actually demuse it or demux or something like that, when you split it, the problem is that most players can't play, you know, the ACC, but they can play MP3. So it's a little, you know, pop up. What am I going to do here, right? But as long as it is, yeah. Anyway, have a good one, all of you. I'll get on to the other old computer, and you know, set it up for doing some new ones in regards of better quality, and see if I actually get anything that is better on the program here that I have. It's a wonderful program. It's called Spec. I actually have multiple programs to test things and all that, and I really need to get that sorted as well. You know, use so many different programs, you know, when you're toying around with the media, and but this pretty much shows. I did have another one as well, right? Bitrate viewer, but I'm not sure what that was for overall. I guess it must be. Let's try. Okay, it looks. I'm not entirely sure what it does. It does something in regards to. I can't remember what the idea was with it, because the other application, you know, pretty much shows pretty good how. Total time, average bit rate. Let's just have the average bit rate. Is this a... I guess in regards of frames and all. I'm not entirely sure what it's for. If it's in regards to the video or if in regards to the sound. It seems to be maybe the video that it's looking into in regards to the bit rate. And when it peaks, yeah, that shouldn't be the sound. That should be the... and frames read and all that, so it's reading all the frames. I'm not entirely sure how it goes, but anyway, and what I have it for, but I had it for something, you know. Yeah, that's another thing too. I have this application where you can open and have applications inside that, and it's wonderful and all that, but I really need to update that as well, or, you know, get the applications I use inside that. I'm not sure if every application is actually portable, but it is in regards to my portable applications that, of course, the powers to be don't like you having portable applications, which is, you know, and they did crazy daisy things as well against that. But anyway, I'll have to see if some of them can do the portable thing and all that. It's a struggle, it seems, in this world. Anyway, have a good one, all of you. I'll get back to the things and see if I can get some better quality compared to. I guess it doesn't really matter much to make it a little bigger in the files. But I absolutely have lost information from the original file here on both accounts. But of course, 196 to 160, of course, might actually do something. Now, that's not always the case, apparently. It's not always the case, apparently. Sometimes the lower kilobit per second actually is higher quality than the higher, it seems, you know, apparently in regards of information. I think that might be in regards to the source that have been used for it, but or maybe how it actually has been, you know, whatever tool has been used. I'm not entirely sure. But overall, I guess it's not much of a difference anyway, because 128 was said to be CD quality in the days of old. And anything over 128 kilobyte per second was pretty much seen as, you know, just waste, pretty much. So, and now we usually have 320 and 196 and all that, and whatever, you know. So, but yeah, it does, you know, it does seems to have lost some information. But I can't remember in regards to how many hertz the ear can hear and all that. So I do wonder if it actually just in some sense could actually make it better if it actually takes some of the things that we can't hear anyway. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, because it would remove all the. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, have a good one. I'll stop and get going. Oh yeah. By the way, I did look into. I'm still. The WordPress have this new thing in regards of a different setup in regards of you set things up, and I'm struggling a little with it, I must say. But again, as you know, some of the things I've been able to set up pretty good in regards of Jesus God Almighty, in regards to notes collected years ago, and apparently that the heading seems to work as well. But I'm struggling a little in regards of it. It makes the P, what is it called? The phrases, or no, it's called. Anyway, it makes the P HTML into a group. When I copy paste, then it's apparently automatically, if I paste too much, it makes it into a group instead of a what is it called? P, where phrase, no, I can't remember, but and thereby it, as you can see, it begins. When it's a group, it just makes the letters go haywire. So, but the first part here, I think I've put in one box. They have these boxes and all that. It's very visual and all that, and apparently a lot of people are actually using the old method. It seems, because you have this plugin to make it like in the old version. So instead of this visual thing, and that's supported to 22 or something like that. So there's at least 2 years of support for that. But I just, that's the thing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And yet, people don't care, I wonder how many people there's out there actually trying to destroy things. But as you can see, the first part of it actually stands pretty good. And then afterwards, after here, it begins to break. And that's because it's not in these paragraphs. Paragraphs, I think the word was. It makes it into a group box, and I'm not entirely sure of all of the things in regards to this and that and all that. Of course, yeah, there's an image of a bag here. That was just a trial. Of course, I should clean that up and begin to clean things up and begin to, make it into something that at least looks not too. But you can see the text just goes haywire. The text just goes and goes and goes, and this is of course not how it should look. And no one is going to read that, so that's, so I really need to get that fixed. One way of going around it is to make paragraphs and paragraphs again and again and again. It's just weird. If I take a group and make it a paragraph, it just squeezes all the text together. And yet if I copy paste a little by little by little, it will stay a paragraph and actually doesn't destroy the. It's tedious and it's annoying, yeah. But it's apparently just how to. I haven't, in regards of getting the video fixed on the page, I haven't really found a fix for that. So the text is just, in regards to the code, is just fixed there. Now it's not totally important, because if I can just fix the WordPress plugin, that will come and so forward and all that. Yeah, but something to look into. I should get this fixed at least in regards to the text, and maybe clean a little in regards of the other things on the page. And of course, there's a lot of things that I haven't tested and I don't know how it works and here and there and all that. And of course, I have to find the theme that will actually work on the mobile. But I'm thinking maybe if I just continue with this old, theme that I have and can get that to work, then I can begin to look after another theme or something like that also works with the mobile. It is sad that it is, and I have no idea how to actually make it work with the mobile. I would need to pay something for making it work with the mobile, if anything, you know. Apparently they have this thing where they can make a big letter and all that, and then you have the text down here. I guess that would look a little like, you know, the old school and all that. That would be, you know, pretty cool, I guess. You know, it's not. But there's a lot of things that I need to try out and become more used to and all that, and get sorted out. Yeah. Anyway, have a good one. Bye bye. Shalom.